Hello everybody, this is Zaxter99. I'm taking a look back here to February 2014, just a few months back, when this crazy app on all the mobile phones called Flappy Bird was just outrageously popular, and people were trying to make like mega bucks on this app. Not only were they trying to make mega bucks, this is actually a video that I recorded back on February 15th of this year. I had went to eBay. I had recorded this, and this was basically people selling their particular iPhones. This is what they were asking. This one here has 12 watchers, $3,000. A lot of people asking just thousands of dollars. So I went into the sold, the actual sold items. There you saw one Apple phone there sold for $13,000 because it had Flappy Bird on it. $12,500, $14,000. Somebody sold a phone because it had the Flappy Bird app on it. And this was a free app, guys. This was a free app when it was available. Somebody here evidently sold one for, what was it? No, that's not Flappy Bird. But yeah, just crazy amounts of money, and people were just going nuts over this app. It was pretty hilarious. $20,000 there, you see, was the final winning bid. And eventually what happened is eBay finally started taking these auctions down. Anybody that started putting their phones up on eBay, you know, trying to sell their phone because it had Flappy Bird on it, they would actually take those auctions down, and they had a new policy. Now this was a policy that you had to make because things were getting so crazy on eBay with these auctions for these phones, Apple phones with this free app on them, going for so ridiculous amounts of money. They actually started taking the auctions down and sending people this warning. Again, this was an eBay policy found in February 2014, but it said smartphones and tablets must be restored to factory settings before they're allowed to be sold on eBay. Please remove all content from your device, including the game Flappy Bird, before you attempt to list your item again. Please be sure your current and future listings follow these guidelines, keeping in mind that additional violations of this policy could result in the suspension of your account. So again, this is the warning people got when they actually tried to sell their phone with Flappy Bird on it. If you got busted trying to sell your phone on eBay, eBay just wanted to make sure that you clear it off your phone before you even list it on their site, just because the sell prices and people were just going so nuts, paying such ridiculous prices for these phones in auctions. And it wasn't just eBay that was actually having this problem. I mean, you saw this across Craigslist, across America. You saw this phone going in newspapers for thousands of dollars, and people were actually buying these phones because they could no longer get this free app once the creator of the app, Dong Nguyen, took it down. He actually took the game that he made down from the store because he said he couldn't handle the stress of how many millions of downloads it was getting, how popular it was. He said he couldn't handle it, so he took it down in early February, and then it just started going like absolutely nuts. I mean, it was just a super frustrating game too. If any of you ever played it, I'm sure you can agree at how absolutely frustrating this little game was. Really, really simple little game. And people started cloning this game. I mean, there's probably thousands of clones of this game made by people because it was pretty simple to make. But nobody wanted the clones. They wanted the actual game. That's why they're paying so much money, because they could no longer get it. Now in May, the creator, Dong Nguyen, actually said that he was going to bring this same app back. You know, it would be a few more months. This is what he said in May, but he planned on bringing this app back to the store, to the Apple Store, so people could play it again. But, you know, this is probably, the reason I'm reporting this is because this is probably one of the craziest things I've seen in all my life. For such a silly little stupid game, honestly, to just be going, you know, like crazy. Making people crazy over getting it. I don't know if people just got that addicted to it, you know, if they were so frustrated with it that they just had to play it again, you know, after they broke their phone with their copy of Flappy Bird, and they had to play it more, so they were paying $10,000 for another phone. It was just really, really bizarre. So another thing, if you're watching this video, you know, and you experienced this Flappy Bird craze that happened back in February 2014, just a few months ago, if you were there, if you remember it, if you had any stories, you know, about it, maybe you made a killing off selling your phone with Flappy Bird on it, or maybe you was one of the people that had to play Flappy Bird, and you pay out the yin yang for it. I'd like to hear from you in the comments below. You know, please let me know down there what happened with your experience with Flappy Bird. Maybe you played this game, maybe you got so mad at this game, and maybe you broke 3 phones yourself. Whatever it is, as long as it's honest, I mean, tell me what happened. I'd love to read those comments. Also, if you like this video, if this is something that's interesting to you, think this is just absolutely crazy, whatever it is, be sure you rate my video, be sure you give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Be sure you leave those comments. Be sure you subscribe so you get future videos. I make all kinds of videos. You can check out my channel trailer to see all the different kinds of videos that I like to make here. In fact, one of the videos that I did make back in February of this year is I made a couple of videos where I actually called and played like prank phone calls on people on Craigslist that I saw trying to sell their phones for thousands of dollars just because of this app. So a few of those phone calls were actually pretty amusing. I actually had one lady in my local area convinced that she was about to sell her phones for, I don't know, $5,000-$6,000 or something like that. She was pretty pumped until I actually told her it was just a joke. But yeah, I'll have links to those down below. Check those out. Also, be sure you rate and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Zaxter99.